Hello, welcome back. Right. We're attacked by Mictlan and Pythium this turn. So I've read the game correctly at least. But some interesting battles this turn. We did some cloud trapezing and teleporting. We then had a report from the Great Dunes, which is the wasteland just north of our throne. So I just had some cows there. This is where we retreated where we evacuated the throne to last turn. So 6 units got hit by flame bolts. Amongst those was an enchanter, which is a bit of a shame, but yeah, so that's interesting. Azimod, the throne itself, also got hit by some kind of ritual, but I'm not sure what because there's no message, so maybe it was just like scrying or something. But that spell hit the Frost Dome, which then blasted the enemy spellcaster, who survived, unfortunately. And it also passed through the Dome of Solid Air, which shattered it. So the Dome of Solid Air did nothing. That was the first spell it's had to block, and it failed to block it. So GG, Dome of Solid Air. Interesting. And that's it for the ritual phase. So nothing of any great consequence. We did lose an enchanter in the ritual phase, but that's about it. Also in the ritual phase, I believe, is this battle in Corbion. Because it's a colossal head. Who I assume has teleported here. So the most recent throne I took is where this guy teleported to. So it's my unforted throne. I can't remember what it is. Is it the Iron Throne or the Silver Throne? It's some kind of metal throne. I can't remember which one it is though. But the army that we just used to take the throne is sitting here. So we've got Bespoke Tripod, got a bunch of She-Lords. Now, all of the She-Lords and Tuers in this province were moving this turn. They were moving towards Shiniyama to go and help defend against Pythium. But since this is during the ritual phase, this takes place before that happens. So all of the She-Lords and Tuers and things are still here currently. Head starts getting hit by devils. He puts up Foul Vapors, and he then also puts up Rigor Mortis, since this is a very powerful head, you know. It is a big rainbow. Yeah, Rigor Mortis is now up, Foul Vapors is now up. We are reasonably protected against poison. But not much. There's like a few mages who have some nature magic and have a bit of poison resistance. The Dinyashi have nothing, so these guys are just getting poisoned, which is a bit of a shame. And those Chithronic lions that we just tamed are... Yeah, they're putting in some work here. Getting the big head. Bespoke Tripod, much too slow to do anything, which is a shame. Now, one of the units that does get poisoned during this battle, unfortunately, is my Prophet. It's going to be very difficult to find him. Oh, I clicked him instantly. Yeah, it says my Prophet. He's under 3 hit points currently. He's stacked up a bunch of poison, you can see. He has 30 poison resistance. So I don't really understand how poison damage works. Maybe once you have poison stacked up on you, you're just screwed and you continue getting poisoned. I don't know. It seems kind of unfair that he's dying to poison damage with 30 poison resistance, but I'm just reporting the facts as I see them. I don't know why I said that. But yeah, he does end up dying in this battle, unfortunately, which is a bit... It is slightly unfortunate to have a commander who's running around with 30 poison resistance die of poison. But, you know, that's Dominions for you. The head, as you can probably guess at this point, is also dying though. So I just speed up to the end. So now the head does finally drop below 100 fatigue and starts doing drain life, but at this point he's on 10 hit points, so yeah, that's the end of the head. What kills you in the end, I wonder? I haven't actually checked. Let's see if we can see that. It's a lot of fatigue damage. Is that the imps actually doing... Let's see. She-Lord hit Colossal Head in body with Firebrand for 8 points of damage. Target was killed. Well, congratulations to whichever She-Lord that was, I'm not sure. But there goes Mictlan's God. Not the most impressive showing, I'm going to be honest here. He did kill my Prophet though, and another Tuer as well. And 2 of the She-Lords. And a Hydromancer, and an Enchanter, and 3 Banshees, which kind of sucks, because I haven't recruited many of those. Also killed 32 of the Dinyashi, and some cows. I think that's a reasonable result, though, considering that's Mictlan's god now dead. Kind of funny. Let me just double check what Mictlan's bless was. I don't know if I probably won't be able to tell, but... Oh. You don't have the blessed icon. Oh, because this is my dominion, right. Yeah, I can't remember what Mictlan's bless. I remember it's a big bless. I just don't remember how much of it was incarnate. So, yeah. Well, either way, that was Corbion. We also got attacked in Seren Forest by Mictlan, but this is a tree putting a fort under siege. So, that is next to it. I'm not sure if this is a problem or not. He does have a couple of... Nope, he has no gems. So this is just a tree sitting in our fort now. He's fire vulnerable, but I think he puts up the protection spell, Temper Flesh. Is Temper Flesh I'm thinking of, or... Yeah, Temper Flesh gives you fire resist, doesn't it? Even so, I mean, he's got neutral fire resistance now, and I think a couple of firebrands probably just chops him up pretty quickly. I'm not sure. But, yeah, there's Seren Forest under siege, and there's Corbion, where we just defended against the head. As you can see, this province is now empty, because we did successfully move to Parched Expanse after that, so... That's all the dudes. A bit of a shame we lost our prophet, but I guess we can declare a new one later on. Some more battles then. I don't remember which one was the important one. I think Azim was the fort, right? So this is where we can see the actual Pythium army. It doesn't look that bad. Like Northern Star is up in this. So in the JBBM balance mod, the Stellar Focus Global is removed, and it's replaced by the Stellar Focus Map ritual, which you can cast on a province just to put Light of the Northern Star up. So Light of the Northern Star is automatically up in this province. And mostly this is just a big Astral Communion. There are about 60 communicants, I think. So it's a very big communion. And it's a pretty big army as well, although it's mostly Princeps. Which are not, you know... There's not too much of a problem, I don't think. I'm pretty sure our She-Lords can just chop through these with... Well, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be too confident. I mean, they're pretty hard to hit, right? But I mean, She-Lords have a ton of accuracy, though, so... I don't know, it's mostly a big Astral Communion, though. I have looked for mages who are carrying gems. The Sea King is, but he's not in the Communion, so I don't know what he's going to do. But the big guys, I assume the guys with the staves, the Archtheurgs, I assume these guys are going to be leading the Communions. They're mostly just carrying pearls, though. This guy has no gems at all. I don't think there's anyone else who's like... There's like the Lure thing. Law. Not in the Communion, but going to do some nature stuff. Yeah, there's just not much to see here. There's like no gems or anything. No items either, really. I mean, the Law is carrying a Thistle Mace and a bag of wine, and the Sea King's carrying a water bracelet, but besides that, there's not really much to inspect. There is a Harbinger back here who is like a big mage. But not in the Communion. So it seems to mostly just be carrying gems for people. Unless I'm misunderstanding something, because it's kind of weird that she's carrying a Thistle Mace and a Skull Cap. Because she doesn't have nature or astral magic, right? So why... And a water lens? Am I misunderstanding? Does this creature have more power, or... I'm not sure I understand why... She's geared out like she's a multipath mage, but she isn't, so I don't really understand that bit. But maybe they do something I don't understand. But there's the army anyway. So that's on Azimor now. Yeah, it's a ton of units. 88 Astartes, 259 Princeps, 34 Sea Trolls, and 15 Troll Guards who aren't... Do you have magic weapons? No. They do hit very hard, though. Your attack skill is dreadful, though, so you're never going to hit my She-Lords, I don't think. But yeah, 63 communicants, though, so that's a gigantic communion. I'm not sure what it does besides just spam astral spells, though. And there aren't that many communion leaders, really? I mean, we're going to have to watch out for giant astral spells, though, that ignore defense. I'm not sure exactly what this is going to do. I really don't know. But we don't have to worry about it just yet, because I can't actually break siege yet, because I'm stupid. There was also there's some raids. One of them bounced off barbarians, though, so that's not very interesting. Urfel did not bounce off. But it's literally just one guy putting ethereal on some dudes. And then they just walk forwards. I think it's very difficult to counter raid Pythium, because I assume they're very, 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 very good at mind hunting. Especially since they have that global up that generates tons of pearls for them. So I don't think we can easily send just like random She-Lords into their provinces and cap them, because they're just going to get popped by mind hunt. But yeah, they attacked Urfel, which is a weird one. It's like... Was this you as well? Oh yeah, Farseer Mountains. Yeah, that's a weird one. It's like over here, which is interesting. I wonder why they went after that province. But they also took Urfel. And yeah, they moved on to Azimor, which... Last turn I said, if we get to Parched Expanse, we can move straight from there onto Azimor. But I forgot it's going to be harder to move there once Pythium owns it, which is the case now. So we can't actually move to Azimor. So the plan was to break siege this turn with the stuff in Great Dunes and the stuff in Parched Expanse, but I messed up. The stuff in Parched Expanse can't get there. So we can't break siege this turn, unfortunately. We can also see some other fun stuff. I mean, there's Ulm attacking Solaria with another Iron Angel. So taking out some horses at the moment. So not much to see yet. Much better is the battle in Black Peaks between Solaria and Katiz. Another fort storm. So we got the Solarian legions heading into the gate, hitting the Katizian legions. Newly summoned. Continuously summoned, in fact. I am enjoying watching Solaria try to take Katiz's forts. Yeah, I mean, that's another successful defense for Katiz. I am going to remind you that Katiz thought this game was over for them and went AI like 30 turns ago, so... you know, and don't get me wrong, you know, Katiz is out, clearly. And Solaria can easily replace their losses. But it is still funny that they are still holding on with these forts that are so hard to siege. We still have the, what's it called? Not Monolith. Is it Monolith? No, it's, I can't remember what it's called. The big Sphinx statue is still sitting in Katiz ready to defend. Or is it Monument? Is that what I'm thinking of? And yeah, Black Peaks just has a few Skelly spammers. I'm sure I won't be laughing once they finally take these provinces though and then start just raiding me. But you know, we'll get to that. Events then, Lost Lands, we got some gold, some gems, Staff of Flame Focus. What is this, by the way? I haven't even looked at it. I can't remember what it does. It is... Okay, it's a fire range booster. That's fine then. I could slap that on our Augury caster, right? I mean, what else am I going to use it for? Here you go, man. Get extra range on your auguries. That's cool, right? Nice stuff. Tenero, we got a couple more gems as well. In the Ruins of a Broken Tower. And some death gems in Promised Land. Looks like Independence attacked Pythium and won. Asmar's been breached. So on and so on. Right, and here's the map now. So, lots of messages. Some pretty simple movements happening though this turn still, because yeah, I screwed up here and we can't actually attack into Azimor yet. But the plan will be to attack into Azimor. You can see from my gems, I've equipped our armies, and I've scripted it, and I've given out gems. And then everything else has been alchemized into air. It would be cool if we could put up Dark Skies next turn when we attack Azimor. But it's going to be awkward now because... Well, I mean, it's unlikely that he storms immediately, right? Surely you would send a scout in first. Who knows, though? I mean, he might storm this turn, and then it's kind of awkward for us, but not much I can do about that. Up here I'm doing nothing, so I'll start here because that's really easy. We don't have much left in Corbion, so there's not much to do there. And I think we need to resolve this first to free up some She-Lords, or at least some gear, because the magic item treasury is a bit depleted now. But we should be able to gear up a couple of She-Lords to go knock off this tree, and then probably defend against any of these little sacreds that fly at us too. Over here we got raided by this one dude with the couple of Princeps. So I'm just going to put a little She-Lord in each province. They're just going to buff up and attack rear. That's going to defend 3 provinces that this could move to. Except Promised Land, but I don't think he's going to attack Promised Land, to be honest. I could be wrong though. But yeah, we'll defend the 3 main provinces it could attack next. And then I'm also going to attack Erfold as well. So there'll be a bunch of She-Lords in these provinces. They might then all just get mine hunted immediately, which would be a shame, but I guess this will give us some indication of how much mine hunting we're going to see if we try to take provinces with She-Lords. So that's fine. And besides that, yeah, the big movement is just moving everything into Great Dunes at the moment. So we have the lab here now. We're doing research, so that's okay. I'm empowering Skahak because I realized that the 2 big death spells you want to put up in combat require D4, and we can't really do that. So ideally we'll be summoning, I think, Mound Kings at some point will have D3 by naturally, I'm not sure. I think there's something we can summon that's D3 naturally. But whatever it is, I don't think we can do it yet. So, yeah, I'm going to empower her. I'm putting up every dome over this province that we can do. So we're going to have Astral Dome, Water Dome, Nature Dome, and Air Dome as well. So at least this province should be nice and safe. In theory. Since we did just get hit by fireballs in this province. So I'll try to do that. I do apologize if I sound awful, by the way. I'm losing my voice as I do this. You'll just have to bear with me, I'm afraid. Yeah, so we're empowering, putting up domes. And I guess the only thing left to show up then is the script for this army, because this whole army is now scripted. This is going to be a hard fight just because there's so much stuff we'd have to kill. And we don't have much army over here, unfortunately. So we've got some Dinyashi. We've got like 50 units worth of Dinyashi, 8 Furbolg, 30 crossbows. And that's about it. There's a lot of cows as well, and there's another block of Furbolg down here somewhere. Why was that red? Oh, you needed a new script, actually. That'll do. I'm not going to look at that just now. We have Serpent's Blessing here. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so there's some more Furbolg, some cows. I think that's literally it for units, yeah. So we don't have much in the way of units. What we do have is a lot of air elementals. So we have a bunch of She-Lords who are all doing air rallies in this battle. So tons and tons of air elementals. These guys are all doing Mistform, Storm Power, Air Rally, Poison Res, Air Rally. So there's at least going to be a ton of air rallies in this battle. We also have enough magical power in this battle to put up Serpent's Blessing, which gives everyone poison resistance, and Foul Vapors, which poisons everybody. So that's nice as well. That should help clear out some of the Princeps and Hestatus and stuff like that. So there's Serpent's Blessing getting cast by this person. We also have Storm going off in this battle, so that'll give Storm Power to all of the big air rallies. And let's see if I can just select the big mages we've got. Because we also have Phantasmal Army, that's a bunch of extra chaff in the front. We have Mist, we have Anti-Magic, which I think is going to be very helpful. We have some Liquid Body and then Immersion from my god. So this is a JBBM spell. It's got very good scaling for the AoE and the damage. And as you can see, it's armor negating damage that hurts people who breathe air. So it dumps like a big cloud of water on the battlefield that drowns people. Very hard to cast fatigue-wise, but we do, I mean, it's only, I think it's water 3? Let's just check, yeah. And we have water 10, so that should reduce the fatigue cost slightly. But we're going to drop one of those and then just spam Falling Frost, which also scales very well. So AoE is going to be 5 plus whatever it is. Damage is pretty big. My god is now holding a Waterland as well for extra range. So he's going to do some big damage as well, I think. We've got Storm going off, we've got Relief going off, so our side has Relief. If Skaha gets empowered, she can put up Rigor Mortis, which might be fine with Relief up, I'm not sure. We've got some Strength of Giants, Legion of Steel, Curse of Stone spam from some Earth Mages. We've got some Foul Vapors going off here. There's a mage here who's doing the Serpent's Blessing. And these guys are our sort of melee combatants doing mistform poison resist attack closest. So this is what we have instead of army. We have, I think it's what, like 18 She-Lords maybe? Let's see, 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, yeah, 18. Profane doesn't actually do combat, so that's a bit cheating. But yeah, you get the idea. It's a lot of these guys who have, in some cases, quite a lot of gear. In some cases, not much gear. I don't know how safe these guys are going to be in combat, because I think they might just get blown up by astral spells, which would suck. But they do have pretty decent magic resistance, and then if they have anti-magic on top, that might not be too bad. But the plan is that these guys are going to be chopping things up while they just die of poison damage from foul vapors. And then gradually we'll grind through the units while tons and tons of air allies are killing everything. We'll see if that works. But that's how this is scripted anyway. It's arranged like this. Bespoke tripod's right in the front, drawing fire. My god is just behind him doing artillery. And then we've got the blocks of Dinyishi on the left and right here. And then all of those She-Lords with the gear are inside as well. And they're surrounded by buffers, so there's some Astral Mages doing luck, and the Earth Mages are doing the Strength of Giants Legions of Steel. There's one little Astral Mage spamming like Body Ethereal and stuff. So that's what's in these two blocks. Then there's a block of Furbolg in the middle, Crossbows just behind. And all of the mages who are just spamming like air allies and stuff are just inside this block as well. Right at the back we've got a bunch of cows just to draw anyone on attack rear. So that's all there for. Because there are a bunch of eagles in this battle that I think are on attack rear, so... Where are those cows? Are you on hold? Yeah. So all the cows are at the back on hold and attack rear. So that's how that's scripted. Not much army, but we've got lots and lots of battlefield spells, and Skahak and... Yeah, she's got Life at the Death scripted at the moment, but... I'll probably also put, Rigor Mortis in. I'm sure I have the death gems for that now, though. Let's see, no, I'm not going to have the... Can I alchemize 3? I don't really want to, is the thing. Do we have death gems hanging around anywhere? I don't know, I might look for that. It's just, I turn everything into gems, so if I tried to turn them back into death gems now, that would it would feel kind of bad. Although if we get attacked, then I feel like we would have won if we had Rigor Mortis, so that would also feel bad, so... Alright, we need 3 death gems, which means we need 6 pearls, so let's just... No, I'm not going to do it. I can't bring myself to alchemize gems. No, I've got to, haven't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there, it's done. Done. 3 death gems, give that to Skahak. If we get attacked this turn now by, you know, the entire Pythium army, which we won't, that wouldn't make any sense. But if we do, then we'll have both of those spells going off. I'll also make you do Mistform here then. Okay. Alright, so that's that script. Anything else to say? I don't think there's anything else of any great importance. Moving defenders into Bog of Beasts. Still doing a ton of research as well, almost 2k. And I don't think I'm doing any rituals this turn. Besides the domes and the augury. Oh, I am forging a lifelong protection. Because that's another item that might be kind of... You know who that might be good on? It might be good on Bespoke Tripod. We just forget him being an attacker, we give him a lifelong protection, and his job is just to walk around spirit helmeting and imping the battlefield. That's probably a better use for him. And we have a bunch of blood slaves that we've been getting just from events over the course of the game. So this B2 mage is going to make a lifelong protection. So yeah, I'll probably give that to Bespoke Tripod. Alright, that's the turn anyway. Pretty big turn. Kind of a goofy one. I don't think we're actually going to have a battle next turn, but you never know. I think we might have to just smash into Pythium the turn after this one. So I'm really hoping he doesn't storm immediately. That would be a shame. I hope he's still just trapped outside the fort for a second while we bump into him. But I guess tune in next time and see if that actually happens or not. Thanks for watching. I'll see you then.